on all of that. Scott Martin, of course, he never cooks himself. He has a SWAT team of people handling these little details.
I know better.
You know better. I hear you, my friend. Let's take a little look at technology. It's feast or famine with tech stocks, and you've reminded me of that over the years. They don't just move a little, they move a lot. And I'm wondering what's to believe. The comeback today, not that it's a pronounced comeback, but certainly better than where we were. But what is it with these issues? And maybe in a post-pandemic world, I know they were first getting hit on the notion that they were certainly very good defensive plays. As people were cooped up at home, they were buying a lot online. They were using a lot of technology. I get it. Now the feeling seems to be that there's less need of that and maybe less of a justification for the rich price tags attached to these guys. Where are you on this?
Monday, Neil, it looked like that stay-at-home tech was dead, to use a word, once the vaccine came out. And you're right. I mean, tech is very bifurcated now, meaning that there's kind of this, I guess, safer tech, if you will, which is like the Amazons, the Adobes, the Googles, and the Microsofts. And then an area, Neil, at Kingsview that we're calling more spec tech. And maybe that's more millennial tech is better put. And that's stuff like, believe it or not, these are real companies, by the way. Datadog, Snowflake, Lemonade, Fastly. Yeah, those are companies that are worth like billions of dollars if you look at it, look it up at home, sports fans. And those are tech companies that I still believe have some viability, but ones that have pulled back considerably too as we got the vaccine out there. And so when you look at how tech is going to behave going forward, we're still allocated to it, Neil, but realizing that there's going to be a lot of volatility to come. And as the companies I mentioned there that are more, say, humorous in nature as far as their names, you can still buy those. We're still allocating to those, but you have to be ready for bigger drawdowns, as you mentioned, one's 20 to 25% to get the upside versus where you have more safety, I believe, in the Amazons, the Googles, the Microsofts, and the Adobes of the world.
You know, a lot of people have been hearkening, saying, now it's time for the dull guys. It's time for the energy issues, the banking issues, those that have, not really been participating in the party as much. And they extend that to small cap issues and the like. That these are the Rodney Dangerfields that are getting the respect. Where are you on that?
Years of no respect for the financials. And that's the funny thing about the stock market, I think, and being in this business of investment advisory is that every year it seems like there's some analyst or some firm or some expert calling for the resurgence of financials to finally come. And all they've done is disappoint. We like financials here, and really for one reason. Not so much they think financials are that great and the business is that awesome going forward. But as you know, as well as I do, my friend, when we buy something in life, and certainly when you buy something in stocks, I don't think it's so much about the company these days, but the price you pay for it. And so when it comes to things like JP Morgan, which we own Citigroup, coming into this week and last week, these companies were very, very cheap. They're very, very appropriately valued in our opinion. So paying the prices that we've paid for them over the last couple months has been really attractive, and it's starting to pay off.
Real quickly, I've been asking all our guests about this. It's down to those two Senate races in Georgia. The Democrats would have to take both of them to, have control of the Senate. That seems unlikely, but things could change. But your thoughts, if that happens, if those seats do go Democrat, then what?
Big market sell-off. Purdue looks pretty safe, Neil, and I think it's baked in. Something we talked about pre-election, as you remember, is that a Biden win was kind of already baked into the cake when it comes to the election and as far as what we're going to see on November 3rd. But with respect to the Senate, that is baked in as well as staying to be divided government. So anything that changes goes more to the Democrats, and we get a Democratic blue wave, as it's said. That could be disastrous for the market going into 2021.
All right, my friend, thank you very much. Good catching up with you. Scott Martin, a fine mind, even though a young mind on these things, but way ahead of the curve. Thank you. We have a lot more coming up here. We're looking